Hi everyone, Tammy here from Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working in the design team project for Amy at Crafty Cat using her Croak and Ribbit digitals. There are 3 other videos which we have. The first one is putting the cover together, which is made out of a paper bag. The second is doing these little dangles that I have here on the edge. And the third one is doing these paper sack little pockets. I've done one here in the front and one in the back. And they're, like I said, those are all videos that are available. There is a playlist for it. So today what I want to do is I want to work on the center page. And as you can see, this has kind of a funky binding that I did. I got this from Bohemian Crafting. And basically, you know, you do a straight stitch here, and then on the outside you have your crosses. So when you put this in, you go across and up and cross and up and blah, 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 you know, all the way to the top, and then you do the same thing coming back down. So this is what it looks like on the outside, and this is what it looks like on the inside. And I intentionally left these 2 pages blank because I want to do a layout here that I saw on, and this could actually be, I saw on Pinterest episode as well, because I saw the layout that I want to do on Scrapbook XOXO, which is where scrapbook.com posts a lot of their makes from their makers, and that's where I got the idea for this layout. So the first thing we're going to do is create kind of a collage background to work on top of, and I'm going to use some of Amy's papers for that are in the kit, and I'm also going to use some book page. So let's do that first so we can get our background down. I'm going to use part of this page, but I want these big numbers right here. So I'm going to tear those apart to begin with. Sorry, Amy. But, you know, these are digital, so you can do that. You can use parts and pieces and then, you know, print out the whole thing again if you want to use it as a page, which is the great thing about digitals. But I really want these big numbers right here. So I'm going to start by tearing that off of this page. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. When this airs, I will actually be on vacation. I think I have, after this one, I think I have 2 more videos to make, and I will be covered for the whole time I'm gone. So hopefully I can get those made today, and we won't miss any. If I don't do it any quicker than I was getting this one prepped, that won't be the case though, because I was enjoying prepping for this one so much that I took way too much time. But it was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy what I come up with on this. All right, so I want that piece, and then I want something to go down in this other corner, and I don't want it to be, let's see, I'm going to use a piece of this. This is some kind of vintage math table or something, because it's got sine and cosine on it, which is, you know, like Greek to me. I hated math when I was in school. So but I like the numbers. So I'm gonna take some of that off so that I can get some of these numbers in here. Maybe something like that. Sorry, I might be off screen. Maybe kind of like that. So we'll get that out of the way. And then I have some German book page. I'm just going to randomly rip that. Whoops. Oops. I didn't rip exactly like I wanted, but that's okay. I think I want that about there. Okay, so I think that's going to be enough on this page. So now let's figure out the other page. Well, that was actually 2 pages. Let's see if it's 2 pages as well. So we'll save one of those. And then on the other side, I want to go, I keep trying to pick up my little tape thing. That's not going to work, is it? I want to go the other way. I think I'm going to use this piece right here and save this little froggy for something else. I know I'm probably a little bit off screen, but my space is limited when you're filming, and it's hard sometimes to kind of show what you're doing and do it at the same time. Okay, and let's take another little piece of book page. Maybe do right here. And maybe some more numbers up here, kind of like that. Might turn this way. Okay, so I think that's going to work. All right, so let's get all this inked up. Oh, I like this too, though. All right, let's get all this inked up, and then I'll think about that. See what I mean? I get distracted. So I'm going to ink in Vintage Photo on this. Just to kind of pull my pieces out from each other. Amy's already got these pieces nice and grungy. If you haven't seen these kits, you definitely need to check them out. They're very cool. I'm going to turn this way. No, because I need something to go across there. Yeah, we'll leave it that way. if you can hear noise, I have my window open. So you might hear a car go by every once in a while. And I'm sure you can definitely hear the birds. Hopefully that is more soothing than annoying to you. Not the cars, the birds. Okay, so uncover my glue book here. Move that up just a little bit. I did get out a new Pritt stick, so we're good there. Careful not to tear that book page, because it definitely is brittle. And this, the only purpose for this, guys, is just to, so I don't have a big solid background on my page, and just to give it some interest. Since it's in the center page, I want it to be kind of a focal point. Kind of have that wow factor. Hopefully that's what we'll end up with. Went to my grandson's play the other night. He did such a good job. Both of my grandkids love to act and be in plays and stuff like that. And they're excited to get out of school. I think my granddaughter told me, I think they have 9 days left and they'll be out. And they've all had a good year. So that's good. Okay, so this is our background. Now the next thing that I am going to add, I'm going to take my little crackle stamp here. And this is Archival Coffee. And I'm just going to kind of age this up a little bit. Like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to put in the centerpiece. And the centerpiece is a couple of these field label sheets and field record sheets. This is a downloadable that I got. And I want to say that it was my porch prints. And if that's not right, I will correct it in the comments below. But I'm pretty sure that's who I got it from. And I want to make it look like it's sewn in. So what I'm going to do for that, so I'm going to get my thread here. This is my little binding drawer. It has all my binding threads and stuff in it. I think I have a piece. I'm trying to keep from having to go get the whole spool of this, and I thought I had a piece in here. Of course, it's all tangled up with everything else. This is the same thread that I used to bind it. This was a leftover piece because, like I said, the spool that I have that this is on is one of those really big cone-shaped spools that obviously won't fit in this little drawer. So then I'm looking for a binding needle, and I don't see it in here. So goodness knows what I've done with that thing. Oh, here it is. If I can get it through here. This one doesn't have a really big eye. I may not be able to get all this thick thread through there. I'm freeing it, but I'm getting it. There we go. Okay. Oh, did you see that? I did have it. Till I pulled it the wrong way. Oh, that's just making a big old mess. If I can just get it. I have half of it through and half of it not. Maybe we'll just take it apart. I don't need all of it anyway. Sorry, I'm having to temporarily move it closer to my face so that I can actually see. Okay, that'll work. I'm just pulling it apart like you do embroidery thread because I don't need the entire thickness. Okay, so my plan is to poke a couple of holes here and catch it through a couple of these. And this will not be the only way it's attached, but I thought it would look good to make it look like it's sewn in. So we're going to attempt that. So where I want it. So there and there. I'm just poking a hole with my little pokey tool. And this was 2 separate cards, and all I did was tape it together with masking tape because I did not want wanted it to look like, you know, it was put together in the field. Alright, so I'm going to go down through both of these little things here. And hopefully grab that needle. There we go. And then I'm going to go up through, wait a minute, do I want to do that or do I want to start? No, I want to start here. I want to go down through here because I want it to tie on the inside. And then I'm going to go up through these two in the center of the book. Then back through my other one. Okay, and then I'm going to pull it tight. And just tie a knot. Okay. And then just cut off. All right, now, because I want these to be pockets, I'm going to glue here and here on both sides and glue it down. And I'm going to use art glitter glue for that so it'll bind more quickly. And the same thing on this side. Push it down in the middle real good. Oops, it's going to crinkle a little bit on me, so I don't have it quite down in there. Let's flatten it out. And get my little scraper here and flatten it out a little bit. I don't care if it has a little bit of wrinkles in it. I just want the book to be able to shut well. Give it a squeeze there. Okay. So now we have our two little pockets. Obviously, I didn't wait long enough for that to dry. Our two little pockets on the side. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I have die cut a butterfly out of Amy's papers, and then I have splattered them with, I used black gesso, white gesso, and a green watercolor. And I did two of the big ones and one of the little ones and one of the bodies. So I'm going to glue those together first. And I'm just gluing them at the body part. I'm not gluing the wings. And like I said, I cut these out of Amy's paper, so they're just on 24-pound copier paper. They're not on any kind of special paper or anything like that. And I just inked them and splattered them. And when I dried them with my heat gun, they curled up. So and then I want some thread to mount behind where the antennae are, antlers, as Gail Augustinelli calls them. She calls them antlers. I'm going to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac. Yuck. Got a Fabri-Tac wob. We'll give that just a minute to dry. Okay, now our butterfly has antlers. I'm going to mount him right there in the center. So we need to fold him over so he has a crease. This might be tricky, guys. Right in the middle of his body. Okay. All right, everybody, hold your breath. I'm going to do the center part and just a little bit out on each side. And then I'm going to smush it down right on where we sewed that together. Right in the center. Okay. So far, so good. Now, for my pockets, I pre-made a few things. Okay, I made this little card out of Amy's, one of the digitals in Amy's kit, and I just added some stamps, rounded the corners, and grungied it up a little bit. So I'm going to slide that in there. This is a field label from Tim Holtz collection. I didn't ink that one. I missed inking that one. Let's stick that in there. This is a little specimen card that's in Tim Holtz collection as well. And what I did with it is I just cut it out, put some craft paper on the back, poked a hole, and put the string in there. In my mind, this is the section where they are storing their little labels and stuff, so when they find specimens, they can mark them and stamp them and all that kind of stuff. This is a miniature version of this. This is a Tim Holtz piece. This is out of Amy's kit, and then I just added some stamps on it as well. We're going to put that one here. And then this I made out of the little Tim Holtz. I don't even know what this is called. I got it at Tuesday morning. Sorry for my reach. I know that probably. It's this thing. And you use these little metal rings and you cut your circle. And you put them in there, and then you put this in here, and it smush it down, and it creases it into your sample or your ring. It makes like little key ring things. And like I said, I got mine at Tuesday morning, which probably means it's not being made anymore. But you might be able to find someone selling one on Etsy or eBay if you're interested in that. And again, I made just another little tag that I'm going to stick in there. And then I'm going to put this little label, I think, right here. But I'm trying to determine whether I need to make that more distinctive than it is. Is it big enough? The original has a label there that says handle with care that I thought I had, but I think I used it when we did those grayscale things, and so I don't have that one anymore. But I could, let me get my label maker. I've got one of those old timey label makers. Let's make our own. Of course, I don't know how I would fold that in the middle, so maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe not, maybe not. What does this say? I don't mind that. Maybe we'll use this. Is this a sticker? I don't even know where this came from. Is this out of your kit, Amy? I think it may be. It's in my box of fussy kits for the kit. My basket of fussy kits for the kit. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half so I get a good crease. And then I'm going to use art glitter glue, I believe, to glue it down. Okay, now we have everything in. And I almost think I want like a little frog or something on here. see what kind of, get my thread out of the way. See if we can find a little frog to go down there in the corner. It's too big. Too big. Oh, we got this little guy with a butterfly on his head. He's cute. He's cute too. And this guy would have to go over here and you wouldn't be able to see his head. Don't want to cut his feet off. Let's see that little guy. Let's do this little guy. You notice I didn't fussy cut around those little toes. Ink him up here and get the little white parts. And I'm going to put him right here, I believe. Yep, pretty cute. Oh, see, and I just tore him. What did I tear? Nothing too noticeable. I think it was one of his back toes or something. I think he'll be all right. Poor little frog. My sister is obsessed with frogs. Has been her whole life. We used to catch tadpoles when we were little and keep them until they grew into frogs, and then we would turn them back loose, you know, out in the wild. And she always told my mother that she wanted to be a frog when she grew up. And my mother always told her, honey, you can be whatever you want to be. And I thought that was so funny because everybody knows you can't grow up to be a frog. But in her mind, she could grow up to be a frog. Well, she got my niece, who is 19 now, a frog for her birthday. It's some kind of, I don't know what kind of frog it is. It's a big, white, ugly frog in my mind. When she was like 5 or 6 years old. That frog is still alive. And they, well, my niece has, well, outgrown that frog. But my sister loves that frog. I don't know what's going to happen when that thing finally goes on to frog heaven, because she's had it for so long. Now, you could also, you know, if you wanted to pin this or whatever, you could pin that on there. I just thought it would be cute just stuck in there like the other labels. But, and, you know, it's, you know, in my fantasy little frog studying person here, herpetologist, I believe is what it's called. You know, this is where she records some of her stuff. But in reality, in the real world, Tammy, you've got extra stuff that you can pull out and use to decorate in the journal, is my real world thinking. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if we can get this bad boy to close up. and not destroy my butterfly. Give it a smush here. And there we go. It's looking good. I believe it's going to be okay. So I hope you guys like that spread. I think it turned out really cute. And in the next video for this, we will be embellishing some pages. I've got some things that I want to do, and I hope you'll come back for that. I'm really enjoying working on this one. I think it's really, really unique paper package, and I hope you all go and check out all of Amy's digitals. She is at Crafty Cat USA on Etsy, all together, capital C's and capital USA. And until next time, everybody stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.